Hey, it's Barry.
And Dave.
And Jake.
Here with our next episode of Hooked on Saltwater here at Bucktail Bait and Tackle on US 1. Sitting right between Jorgensen's Landing and Christensen's Landing. This is your #1 place to get all your bait and tackle needs, your live bait needs, rod repairs, rod builds, you name it. You're looking for it. Jake's got it down here at the shop. So
we can help you out.
That's a cast away from both ramps.
That's it.
Easy to get to.
No doubt. And if you have any questions about anything whatsoever, be sure to call down here. What's the phone number down here?
321-821-4440, and that's here at Bucktail Bait and Tackle.
Yep.
All that information is here. You can also just comment, put your question in the comment section, and we'll get it off to Jake, or Jake will reply right from the page.
I'll help you out as best I can to get you out in the water catching fish.
Yep. That's the whole goal. So this week we're going to go ahead and talk about a couple things. One's going to be for the offshore guys. It's going to be Jake's going to cover this on how to get out there and just start hooking up on fish without having to go. There's a learning curve you have to go through when you get offshore.
That's for sure.
Jake's got a killer tip for just getting out there and getting bit.
So if you're kind of new to offshore, just getting started, great.
Get you out there, catch some fish.
Fish real quick.
Next thing we're going to cover is the hot bait for the week. This is going to be more for the inshore guys, the ones that want to catch the big redfish. So we got a killer bait for that. So we're going to talk about that a little bit.
And before I go back to the camera, I just want to make sure we thank the Davis House Inn in Sebastian, Florida. Great place to stay in this area. Really close to some fabulous eateries. Within walking distance. Kyle will take care of you. Their information is right here. Go check them out.
Absolutely. And then of course we have our fishing reports on what's going on.
Yep.
Dave's got a great report coming up. He'll talk a little bit about
monster.
That's it. He'll be back for his kayak report and talking about what's going on that.
I'm going to the camera.
All right, Jake, so we're going to get things rolling here. Let these folks that are hanging with us here get right into the valuable information. So we're starting offshore.
Offshore.
Tip
and trip of the week for the guy that's just starting off and wants to get out catching water, that doesn't want to go through the learning curve of ballyhoo, rigging, this and that. Today we're going to be using bonita strips right here. These things are key. They swim natural, they got the scent, and they're tough. They will not wash out like ballyhoo. You can run these things for an hour or two. Ballyhoo, you got to check on them every half hour or so maybe, but it's very simple. We're going to show you real quick. Well, I guess we can open them up.
I can assure you that's real fish.
All right, so we're going to pull out a lure real quick. Show you super simple. Here's your basic skirt right here. You got your 60 or 80 pound mono, whichever you prefer. I go a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more invisible to the fish. You catch the same, a lot more fish, and yeah, you lose a couple, but you get more fish in the boat. All right, start off super easy with these guys. All you have to do to get out in the water and fish, cut this bag here. Hopefully you got some sharp scissors.
There you go.
And I'll pull one of these guys out. I should have a rod here with the snap swivel and everything. That's your bait strip right there.
Sushi strip.
Sushi. You can go within the first inch of that top part. I should get rid of my copper wire on these things because I'm not using ballyhoo anymore. Honestly, I've gotten bit so many times, and just it's so much less work. All you do, simply insert your hook, slide your skirt back down there, snap your swivel onto your snap swivel, throw this puppy out. Make sure it's swimming. It should just swim naturally back and forth, looking like imitating a fish's tail, as well as having the scent of that fish. So toss that out about 100 yards and just wait. That's going to be your tip of the week of how to get out on that water and get you a fish without having to go through a struggle of ballyhoo, de-pooping them, breaking their back, and getting that hook placement correct in them, because getting that hook placement is key when you're trolling with ballyhoo, so that way they don't helicopter, and this, you just avoid all of that. All right, and this is how your ballyhoo is going to be looking in the, or not your ballyhoo, I'm sorry, your bonita strip. We're getting away from those ballyhoo here. And we do have these here at Bucktail Bait and Tackle. And if you're gonna go and buy a pre-rigged ballyhoo versus these guys right here, you're saving $5 and you get one more. So with these these are the 7-inch and they come in a 9-inch, and we have both of them here at Bucktail Bait and Tackle, actually depending on the availability, but they are in stock right now. Once this video goes out, I'm sure we're not going to have that many more in stock, but yes, simple way to get you out on the water catching fish in no time at all without the fuss of the ballyhoo.
Speaking of catching fish, what species of fish typically go after this rig up?
Everything. You don't know what you're going to catch. Kingfish, bonita, mahi. If you're into marlin, you take that whole ballyhoo belly, or not the ballyhoo belly, the bonita belly, and make a bigger strip. They fish these for marlin, blue marlin, sailfish. You never know. It's got the scent, it's got the motion, and that fish sees what it wants to eat. It's going to eat
Coming at it. Very cool. Good, good. And just to finish this up, I noticed you've got different setups, but organized really in a good way there, which is kind of important.
Very good key tip. These little organizers are a lifesaver. They are vented on the back side, so all you do, you slide your lures in the pockets, hose it down, let it hang and dry, then you roll it up. Put it away, throw it right back in the boat.
Nice.
You're ready to go. We have these here at the shop as well. But organization is very useful on the boat, especially when you have a lot of people on the boat. Yep. No one wants a hook in the foot from a line just laying down on the ground.
You got any kind of rough seas. I mean, it's constant
stuff swinging around. That's why I keep my rods on with snap swivels. I just simply snap it off. Throw it in here when I'm done with it. It takes 2 seconds and you avoid a mess.
Exactly. A big hook that you don't want.
Yes.
That's for sure. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and cover is what's behind my hand. When it comes to the inshore guys and those big giant reds that are kind of swimming around, just teasing us all out there, what do you recommend for hooking up on those guys?
Well, right now at the Sebastian Inlet, if you go there on an outgoing tide, the bull redfish, the big redfish are hitting on the past crabs. And this week we have this DOA, soft plastic crab. Works great, get you out there, get hooked up, get bit. Definitely lure of the week for them big bull reds. Right now this happens in the fall and summer. Them big reds come swimming through and they love a good old crab.
Yes, they do, no doubt about it. So we're going to go on and kick on to our fishing report for the week. What's been going on, what's been happening. So let's go ahead and we'll start back on the offshore side of things.
Okay. Well,
dolphin around by chance?
Dolphin are in 50 foot of water right now. You go outside that inlet, you'll see flying fish, and that's a good sign for mahi and fish in the area.
Man.
But simply 50 foot of water, you don't go no further than 70 to 90 right now in the summertime. That water's real warm, and offshore right now there's a nice little upwelling, and there's cold water out, way out deep, so it's keeping them fish close to the shore. And the fishing offshore is great. Kingfish as well. Kingfish and mahi out the wazoo. Favorite color still this week is white and pink. Killer for some reason, or if you have a tinsel color plug or lure, that will work as well. And then back to the inshore.
Yeah, it says move on in here, coming through the inlet into the river. We're looking, of course, we just mentioned the big bull reds at the inlet there.
Coming through. Yep. Inside we got still a nice big old trout being caught on the flats, and those black drum and red drum, the redfish, are going to be on the flats as well. So look for those schools, sight cast them in, and get bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, folks, just a second, we're going to go ahead and pick up Dave with his kayak report. All right, guys, time now for Dave and his kayak fishing report. If you don't know already, you're going to have to check out Living Waters Kayaking. That's, Dave will talk to you a little bit more about that, but if you want to have a great time on the water coming into town, want to go out there and see dolphins and manatees and do some fishing and hang out on the islands, Dave will take care of you. So
Fish out. Anyway, I was
Good,
out
bud.
this week. Had a few hours, so I got out my kayak, my favorite thing to do. Fishing wasn't that great. There wasn't a lot of bait around. It's like some days there's a lot of bait, other days it's hard to find. But I managed to get a couple of mullet. I threw them out there, and man, I get hit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show the footage of the river monsters that I caught on that day right now. Oh man. See if I can. Giant. See this? Giants. Yeah. Giant. Look at this guy. Yeah. As folks, as you can see, these were big boy sail cats. For those who aren't familiar with those with these waters, we have lots of them around.
Oh yeah.
Some get really big.
Good fight.
Yeah, they fight.
Good fight.
You saw in the footage how they gave me quite some tug.
Yep.
And my guess is they were about 8 pounds, 10 pounds. It's just incredible.
The sail cats also, they're good eating. Don't get me wrong, the sail cats, make sure that dorsal fin, you see that big old sail on it.
Yeah.
But they are killer eating. A lot of people compare them to a blue cat or, you know, your freshwater catfish. So
It's nice white meat.
that's table fare.
Yeah.
They're predatory fish, and like you said, they ate that live mullet, and that's what you want to eat is predatory fish.
Yep.
And they slammed it. It's wham! And I was on. You see all the footage. It's fun. They're fun to catch.
That ain't all you caught though. That ain't all you caught though.
Well, I caught a second one, and then I caught some shark earlier.
Yeah.
What are you referring to?
No, I'm referring to that nice snook in the trout.
No,
that pictures
well, that was another day. Got out and got a really nice looking snook.
Yep.
And a fabulous sea trout.
Yep.
Can I point out a tool right quick for those catfish for not getting
I
those
used
barbs
one.
around? I'll be right back.
You saw me using one on the video.
Yeah. The one thing you don't want to do if you're not familiar with catfish is get spiked in the hand or the foot or the leg.
There's some toxic stuff on the end of those fins on any catfish here, and it will hurt for a long time.
They are jagged. It looks like a saw blade. If you actually look at it, it looks like a saw blade and will break off into your skin.
Extremely painful.
Yep.
These right here,
were great.
Danco came up with a great idea. You just simply put that little hook around your hook, squeeze that trigger, bye-bye fish.
Nice.
But this keeps the longer one, comes in 2 sizes. Keep that fish as far away from you as possible unless you're ready to just put a bat to its head and kill it and put it in the cooler.
I use this one for sharks.
Yeah.
Great
Especially on
tool.
the kayak. Don't want to be messy.
Super easy to use, and we do have these here at Bucktail Bait and Tackle.
Yep, great tools. And that's part, if you're going to be out there on the water, you'll spend a lot of time, you might as well have the tools that are going to make your life easier, going to make sense, going to keep you safe. Yep, that's a big thing.
If you're a kayaker that fits perfectly in one of the pockets on your side.
Comes with the lanyard as well. So
Yeah, good to go for sure.
Something really good to have.
Yeah, right on.
And we've got a surprise. Well, not a surprise. We have an addition to the show. We're going to introduce our offshore captain this Friday. be Captain John. That's all I'm going to tell you now.
Yep.
He'll be part of the Hooked on Saltwater team, and we'll see regular reports and footage, and he'll be joining us here from time to time. So very excited, looking forward to that.
Absolutely. All right, and just to wrap it up, folks, yeah,
One other thing.
the shorts. Keep your eye out for shorts. If you know what shorts are, they're them little 1-minute clips. Keep your eyes out, because we're going to be going through the rod build that Jake's doing for me. I'm super excited. He's pulling this thing together. So we're going to break it into these little short segments, you know, so you can see the progress through each step of the way. So, and then of course when we're done, we'll show off the rod and we'll go put some fish on the end of it.
Looking real good.
Yeah.
Looking real good. I'm next.
That's it.
If you are a bass fisherman, we have a channel for bass fishermen, Hooked on Headwaters. It's I'll call it our legacy channel. It's how we started. We've now crossed over to saltwater, but both channels are very active. So if you're a saltwater guy, a bass fisherman, check out Hooked on Headwaters.
You got it. All right, folks.
That's it.
We're just going to wrap it up for this week. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe, like, comment, any questions whatsoever for any of us. If you just want to know what the conditions are like, just comment below, or what baits are working, or better yet, just stop in here at Bucktail and
give you the daily report and what's hot and how to get to your rod bent and get there catching fish.
Absolutely.
Submit your pictures on our Facebook page. Look us up, Hooked on Saltwater. And show off that catch.
That's it. All right, folks.
Especially if you got a good story. All right.
See you next week.
All right. So long. Make sure to subscribe. God bless.